My name is Ella Sillywood and I could not be more excited to be hosting the very first Tentacle Zone Incubator Showcase today. The Incubator programme was launched at the start of 2021 for early stage developers from underrepresented groups and originally aimed to find 8 founders to take part. But brilliantly, the response was so strong, the programme decided to pick 12 studios instead. And thanks to the support of the Incubator's partners, Tonic Games Group, Green Man Gaming, Creative Enterprises Creative England, Yuki and the University of Greenwich, the programme has flourished. Over the past 16 weeks or so, this year's cohort have undertaken a weekly programme of tutorials to support their game and studio, delivered by games industry experts. These sessions have covered business and finance, team building and design, development and production, and marketing and PR. They've also worked closely with mentors and, most importantly of all, built a lasting friendship with each other. I'm so thrilled to see what an amazing impact the Tentacle Zone Incubator programme has had on everyone who took part. As we all know, the games industry can feel incredibly daunting for new devs, let alone those from underrepresented groups. So I am so excited to see a new cohort of innovative game studios supported as they kick off their game development journey. And today, I have the absolute pleasure of introducing many of the founders to you as they share their games and inspirations with us. First off, let's meet Elena from Yaldi Games as they talk us through their intriguing life simulator, Wholesome, Out and About.
Hi, I'm Elena, the founder of Yaldi Games. Here at Yaldi Games, we create games that go beyond digital and can have some real-life impact. Our first title is called Wholesome Out and About and is a gentle life sim where you can experience the joy and relaxation of living in nature, while you're out exploring, foraging and gardening. You can also cook meals or make remedies for the lovely folks in town, and you can craft to decorate your home. But what's really special about Wholesome is that you, the player, will be able to recreate all of these experiences in real life. You can learn to identify a plant that grows around your area. You can decide to cook a recipe from the game with your friends at home. Or you can craft a small decoration to make your flat a little bit homelier. So Wholesome's ultimate goal really is to inspire players to make real memories. I myself started foraging just about 2 years ago, and ever since, honestly, I've just spent a lot more time outside. I've been healthier, happier, I feel reconnected to nature, and I've got lots of free food from it. So I wanted to find a fun and interactive way for people to reconnect with nature, and that's how Wholesome was born. So while we're still early in development, I've prepared this trailer so that you will know what it is all about. Have fun. So if you like the concept, don't forget to follow us on social media and please wishlist the game on Steam. Thank you.
Well, I can't wait to hone my cooking skills. Thanks, Elena. Next up is Els from Spider Lily Studios to introduce indie visual novel Schrodinger's Catgirl.
Hi there, I'm Els and I am the lead developer at Spider Lily Studios. Our mission is to basically make the kinds of games that we enjoy playing. Spooky, atmospheric, with lovable characters, heartfelt stories, and plenty of mysteries to uncover. This is my lovely assistant, Tilly. Last year we released Retrace Memories of Death, and released this year on console, and now we're working on Schrodinger's Cat Girl, which is a mystery adventure game. Last night, a group of teens tried to break into the long-abandoned Hayes Manor, and found more than they bargained for, when one of them was mauled by an unseen assailant. The Luminous investigation team is on the case, not only to find the culprit, but to determine what caused the manor to be abandoned 50 years ago, and what secrets it was hiding. Whatever it was, it's caused time and space to become distorted. Multiple timelines are overlapping, and the actions of the investigation team will affect both the present and the past. Collect evidence, draw conclusions, solve puzzles, and avoid the dangers lurking in the dark. Will Lemmy and Leon be able to determine the truth and escape alive? What really happened here? Is the girl in the manor alive or dead? And I'm really excited to announce that we're actually going to have a Kickstarter in August. So please follow our Twitter and join our mailing list for the latest information on that. And I will leave you with a trailer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, elves. And what a lovely cameo. Lovely to see you, Tilly. Now, time to meet Abby and Sid from Flightful Pair, who'd like to introduce you to a very special someone.
Hey, I'm Sid.
And I'm Abby.
And we are the co-founders of Flightful Pair. We are a UK-based indie team who loves creating narrative experiences for people to get lost in for a little while.
We're newly established and working on our debut game, but before we go any further, there's somebody that we want to introduce you to. Her name is Maeve. She's the one on the left with the antlers. She has a magic book in a satchel she inherited from her father. She's important to us, important enough for us to make a whole game about her. Maeve is a travelling storyteller. Her magic book brings her stories to life. She's just arrived on an island that she used to call home, but she hasn't been there in many, many years. Figuring out why is what this game is all about.
Maeve is a single-player narrative adventure game. It's a game about who we become after we have experienced loss and grief, and how our stories can bring us closer together. As Maeve, you will explore the beautiful, fantastical environments that make up the island she's just arrived on.
Those environments hold all sorts of things. Secret memories, rich history, but most importantly, other creatures, each struggling with their own difficulties and their own demons. Maeve bonds with these creatures through shared experiences, which, in turn, unravels her own past. She does this through the stories that she tells, which you get to play too.
If you love Maeve as much as we do, come join us over on our Twitter at Flightful Pair, or check out our website, fatforpair.com.
The adventure is just beginning, but we're happy to have you along for the ride.
Bye!
Bye!
Wow, what a story. Thank you, Sid and Abby. Now, time to slow down. Let's reflect and reminisce with Akshay and Farhana as they show us Days Lost.
Hi, I'm Akshay Jain. I'm the programmer on the team behind Days Lost.
Hi, I'm Farhana Khan. I'm the narrative designer on Days Lost.
We founded Wordplay in a very unique year, 2020, with an objective to make games that are narrative driven and they engage with players emotionally. We are a team of 4 at the moment. We all have a very distinct background and a unique style towards storytelling. We came together because of our love for games that engaged with us emotionally, which is why we are motivated to make games that resonate with players, and at the same time, we want to keep them simple so that everybody and anybody could play them. We basically want to make games that create gamers.
Days Lost is a heartfelt interactive story told in a curious way. It is a narrative-driven puzzle game set inside the diary of a young woman named Natalia. She goes on a first solo trip to find some answers, but the trip ends in a disaster, leading to the loss of her immediate memories. This is where the players come in. You play as Natalia, explore her diary, solve the puzzles, and help her piece together the fragments of her memory. This overall journey is a deep expedition of self-understanding, empathy, and appreciating the little moments of life. Over the period of 10 days that Natalia spends in the fictional town of Donwell, she writes 10 diary entries where she mentions her new discoveries about herself, her mother, and the town. The narrative has been designed to tell the story through puzzles, illustrations, objects, maps, messages, notes. Almost everything that you will probably see in the game will be telling a story. Keeping in mind the target audience of non-gamers or new gamers, the puzzles are designed in a classic point-and-click adventure that kind of uplifts the overall gaming experience.
Do you look around and find yourself surrounded by memories? If you think about it, a certain date, an old postcard, a known waft of fragrance, a place, a person, or a present. Everything takes you on a journey into the past. We would be nothing without our memories, but is it possible to remember everything?
The game comes out early 2022. You can play the demo on our itch page, and you can also follow us on Twitter for updates and news. If you've played the demo, any feedback is really helpful, and it's only going to make us better, and it's going to make the game better, and we can't wait for you to try the whole game.
Thanks to Akshay and Farhana. Okay, is it time for some 2D roboting adventures? I think it's time for some 2D roboting adventures. So let's meet Lisa from Wabi Sabi Play.
Hi, my name is Lisa Evans and I'm the founder of Wabi Sabi Play, a small video indie game studio in Brighton. We are currently working on our first title, Robot, which is a 2D point-and-click adventure about a robot saving her home from a dark crystalline force. Robot is almost complete and we are looking to ship this autumn on Steam and GOG, so please wishlist the game and follow us on social media at Robot Game. We are currently storyboarding our next game, and our mission with Wabi Sabi Play is to make spiritual sci-fi games, so games that capture the essence of the classical sci-fi era, and we are inspired by Arthur C. Clarke, Ursula K. Le Guin and Roger Zelazny. And now to tell you a little bit more about Grobot. Grobot takes place upon a biopunk space station, and you play as Nara, a Grobot in training to become a captain. When an attack from a dark crystalline force leaves you cut off from your friends and captain, it's down to you to save the station. As it's Nara's first day on board the station, she doesn't know where anything is or how things work, so the gameplay is largely focused around exploring and repairing the station's biomechanical machinery, learning about the Grobot's strange backstory, and saving your friends. Please now check out our latest gameplay trailer for Grobot, which gives a sense of the puzzles, gameplay, and world. Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Not long to wait until we can explore Grobot. Well, I cannot believe we are halfway through the show already, but don't worry, we have got plenty more interesting and entertaining games to come. Speaking of which, please welcome Simona from The Sea and the Forest to introduce us to Sea of Leaves.
Ciao, I'm Simona Majorano and I'm part of a super tiny team named The Sea and the Forest. We are super happy to be part of a Tentacle Zone Incubator and the EGX Rezzed. The Sea and the Forest is composed of me and Fertina Sbadicci. I mainly deal with game design and writing, while Fertina is the main programmer. We also have some external collaborators dealing with graphic assets, sounds, music and localizations. The team is based in 2 different places. I live and work in Puglia, a region in southern Italy, while Fertina lives and works in London and Cyprus. The Sea and the Forest is our small shelter and the foundry where we create games from a very simple raw material, human experiences and emotions. We want to tell stories not only with words, which sometimes are unnecessary, but through places and feelings. We want the player to feel like the main character of a meaningful experience, something that lasts beyond the game itself, something that you share with other people. Because our games revolve around characters with several questions and few answers, as the one in Sea of Leaves. Sea of Leaves is a contemplative game where you play as a disappeared girl who comes back home after years. The game is set in the Gargano, a remote region in Apulia, a place with a strong folklore and a very intriguing and complex social and cultural background. The final game will have 5 different levels set on several scenarios. The story of the game is at the crossroads of drama and mystery, and we choose to tell this mix in a psychological way in order to explore the depths of the main character. The story, in fact, is told through the stream of consciousness, which represents her mind. It's a mind that tells facts, composes visions, and reconstructs memories, while her eyes contemplate the changing world. The game world is really, really important and rich in stimuli. By interacting with them, you'll be able to unlock new and unknown narrative branches. Also, there will be other narrative layers intertwined with the story of the main character and her background. The stream of consciousness itself will be able to affect the game world, creating visual memories, which in turn will write new story branches to explore. Also, waiting plays a key role. We want the player to feel immersed in a timeless atmosphere where contemplation is the only way to connect with the character and the environment. The story of Sea of Thieves is told through a poetic style inspired by literature, especially Virginia Woolf, Eugenio Montale, and the ergotic literature. And here's a teaser trailer of the alpha version of Sea of Thieves. Enjoy! The game will be available by the end of the next year. In the next months, we will start to work on new levels and story, and we want to share everything. So please, just wishlist Sea of Thieves on Steam and follow us on Twitter at Sea of Thieves Game. Grazie.
I could definitely do with a trip to Apulia. Thanks, Simona. Now, it's time to take a look at a game in its very earliest stages of development from Clockwork Raven Studios. Their 2D narrative exploration game has yet to even be titled, so I'm delighted to welcome Samantha to give us a sneak peek of what's to come.
Hi, my name's Samantha and I'm the co-founder and creative director of Clockwork Raven Studios. My co-founder Ashley and I formed Clockwork Raven Studios to make engaging narrative games with enchanting art and magical gameplay. Stories are at the heart of what we do, and we're really excited today to give you a sneak peek at our first game. We're not quite ready to release the title of the game just yet, but we've been calling it the Islands game for now. It's a 2D narrative exploration game where you'll be building a ship, gathering a crew, and exploring the game world. To unlock the map and progress with the questline, you're going to be talking to NPCs to uncover secrets and solving puzzles to find new information and locations. Set in a fantasy island world, you'll play as Tempest, a determined young woman following in the footsteps of an old friend, to uncover the mystery they spent their lives searching for. Tempest arrives at the harbour town of Los Lunan, armed with her adventurous spirit and the journal her friend leaves her. The journal contains tantalising information about a mysterious island and a once-in-a-lifetime chance to find the lost location. But first, you need a ship. And to sail a ship, you need a crew. You'll be talking to different characters throughout the game and building a crew as you go. To start a seafaring adventure, every captain needs a first mate. Cue Aurora Vane, an experienced sailor, nursing a broken heart and desperate to return to the sea. As you guide Tempest through the world, Aurora will be on hand to help and advise. And as you interact with other characters and solve puzzles, you'll eventually be able to prepare your ship and take to the seas. Once the world starts to open up, it's up to you to explore through interactive narrative gameplay, point-and-click style exploration, and solving puzzles to unlock further secrets. A big part of the game is sailing between islands. Taking the form of top-down gameplay, your time at sea is also a chance to uncover more about the world and the crew you're travelling it with. You'll have opportunities to access unique character narratives, delving into their own stories and dreams. Depending on who is in your crew, you'll find surprising narrative encounters popping up as you sail. And as captain, everyone will be looking at you to decide how to react to them. And as you sail, you'll also start to open up storytelling through song in a unique but currently unrevealed element of the Islands game. With this sailing gameplay opening up rich narrative encounters, a raft of distinct, enchanting islands to explore, and a whole host of unforgettable characters to meet, we really hope you'll be just as excited as we are to weigh anchor and set sail. We're hard at work making our demo at the moment, with plans to open it to trusted playtesters towards the end of this summer. We plan to release the game itself on PC and mobile at launch, with Switch to follow. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and of course our website, www.clockworkravenstudios.com, where you can find all of our social links and read up on what we're up to.
Well, I cannot wait to hear more. Thank you, Samantha. Now, for our penultimate studio, Gessinimo Games, who decided to show off and bring us 2 titles. Over to you, Salman.
Hi, I'm Salman Shuri, founder of Gessinimo Games. I'm a solo developer hoping to expand and grow my team, while making use of my multidisciplinary skill set in unique and recognizable animation style and game feel. I have a couple games to showcase today, and the first is Taptrix. In this colourful game of skating, Taptrix is a game where you play as a little blue blob with a skateboard. Your aim is to do as many tricks as possible by grinding on rails, jumping through hoops and collecting coins. It's coming to mobile and possibly in your nightmares in the near future. Next up is BB Blaster. BB Blaster is a roguelite space shooter where you play as a dog in the efforts to shoot, loot and bounce off walls in order to get the vast mighty fortune of the greatest space pirate of them all, GD Dog. You'll be able to see the colourful cast of dogs and other animals in their space adventures soon on mobile and PC in the near future. To keep up with the developments of the games, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Gessinimo or our website at gessinimo.co.uk.
Okay, that was a packed few minutes. Thank you, Salman. So, this is it. Our last studio of the day. Matt and Chris are here from Made by Titans to introduce their 2D party game, Squishy Sports.
Hi, we're Matt and Chris from the indie studio Made by Titans. I'm Matt, an artist, animator and co-founder. I currently handle everything visual in our current title, Squishy Sports. My background prior to Titans is in AAA games, working for Technics as an animator on titles such as the NASCAR The Game series and Warhammer Storm of Vengeance.
And I'm Chris, I'm a game designer, programmer and co-founder as well. I handle all the technical side and the game design side of development on our current title. I've been developing games for around about 12 years or so now as an indie, handling most aspects of game development from inception to launch, apart from art and animation, as I really can't draw at all.
We're a startup studio based in the beautiful northeast of England, working on our first title, Squishy Sports. Squishy Sports is a family-friendly, couch-competitive, physics-based, 2D, sports-centric party game where the characters are shapes and everything is squishy. Squishy Sports smashes the visuals of Saturday morning cartoons with addictive, local, couch competitive gameplay where players compete against each other in loads of unique sports modes.
So in Squishy Sports we have a simple to pick up but really hard to master control system that makes it easy for the entire family to get involved. We've crafted this to be incredibly family friendly to pick up so that young kids and even grandma can get involved and score some goals whilst allowing for the mastery in the control system to create some really heated matches between skilled friends.
We have 8 unique characters, all based around different shapes with their own quirky personality portrayed through their design and animations. Each shape has different angles which changes the way that they interact with the ball. Squishy Sports is definitely not sports as you know them. We have a whole host of bonkers mechanics that bring our unique flavour of chaos to the party. We're planning to release Squishy Sports on Nintendo Switch and Steam, and we're currently on the home stretch with development of the game. We'll be announcing release dates in the near future, so follow the remaining part of development on our Twitter at Squishy Sports for all our Squishy updates, or you can join the Made by Titans Discord where you can talk directly to us.
So our wishlist is live on Steam at the moment, so smash that beautiful green wishlist button to show your support for the squishiest game out there. It really does help small devs like us out. We proper can't wait to get the game out there soon and to see what everybody thinks of it. Thank you so much for watching.
So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Your support for our brilliant cohort of early stage devs is absolutely invaluable. So make sure to go and follow them online, and most importantly, get wishlisting. It makes a huge difference. And of course, don't forget to head to www.tentacle.zone to sign up to the Tentacle Zone newsletter to be the first to hear about 2022's programme. But for now, I've been Elo Sillywood, and you've been watching the Tentacle Zone Incubator Showcase. Goodbye!